Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah. Please kindly use our chat box, everyone. Please kindly type ACW if you can hear me loud and clear. Okay. Let me just check on our live. Okay. Thanks. I think we're good already. Ayan, ACW, ayan. So good afternoon, everyone. So I hope you are doing great and fine, and I hope you had a great weekend. So sino yung umattend sa ating last session or third session last Saturday? Does any one of you attended last Saturday? We have one, Briba Mark Daniel E. On our Facebook Live. Ayan. Okay. So I've seen a lot of participants who attended on last Saturday on our session. So this is the fourth session of the Adobe Creative Week. So we're going to have the another discussion about becoming an Adobe Creative Educator. Yan. So if you want to be an Adobe Creative Educator, or if you want to pursue more on the creatives or in Adobe platform and you want to be a creative educator, so this session will be relevant and will be beneficial for each and one of you, okay? So sino ba dito yung gustong maging or magkaroon ng certification as Adobe Creative Educator? Anyone? On your uh, registered emails. But nonetheless, you can always attend on our session on Facebook Live since we're going to use Facebook also for the live of our each sessions that we will be having until October 31. Okay. So again, for those participants who doesn't know me yet, so I am Julius Atienza Ala. So currently the lead organizer and the regional president of MAPMI Marop, and also I will be your moderator for this session. So also for our schedule for these sessions, we are now on the session 4 of our Adobe Creative Week. So we had session on October 1 for the kickoff, and 3, 4, and 5, and now it's October 7. We will be having an Adobe becoming an Adobe Creative Educator with Sir Roland Banyas. Okay. And also for tomorrow, we will be having a session about social media marketing using Adobe Express. So I will be the speaker for this one, and I'm hoping to see you all again tomorrow for this another creative session. And also, we will have another session throughout the following days and weeks again for this October. So without further ado, before we go to our proper session on how to become an Adobe Creative Educator, let me first call the academic product specialist of Audentes Technology to give us some highlights on the importance of certification or industry certification, and also to get you future ready graduates, or if some of you are still studying, or maybe some of you are still in the or already in the professional field, but this session or this creative talk will be a great session for each and one of you to know what are the importance of create of the industry certification. So let me call the academic product specialist of Advantas Technology, Ms. Trisha Ventura.
Okay, thank you, Sir Julius. Thank you so much for introducing me. Let me just go ahead and share my screen for my presentation.
As sure, ma'am.
All right. Before I begin, I would like to confirm, is my screen shared to everyone?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Great. That's great. Okay. So right now, today, it is an exciting time to be a student. No, I think most of our participants here that we have in the meeting are students. Now, the world is changing faster than ever, and with that change comes opportunity, and magkatugtong naman sila. So today, it is not just about getting a degree. No, it's about proving your skills, standing out in a crowd, and seizing your potential. So this is where micro credentials come into play. So imagine being able to showcase exactly what you're capable of in real time without waiting for graduation. No? So micro credentials offer students like you a fast track to provide your worth, getting ahead, and of course, unlocking doors to new career opportunities. And the best part of this is that you can earn this certification, most specifically Adobe certifications, while still pursuing your studies. So let's dive and know the reason why micro credentials are game changers for your future. Before I formally begin my talk about micro-credentials, I would like to formally introduce myself. My name is Trisha Ventura. I'm a licensed professional teacher. Right now, I am the academic product specialist of Adobe Technologies, of course, in partnership with uh, the companies that were mentioned before. No? So I am a graduate of Bachelor Secondary
Hello, Ma'am
Education.
Trisha.
Ah, yes po.
Sorry to interrupt. Medyo choppy lang po yung audio nyo.
Okay.
Nagpuputol-putol. Thank you
How
po.
about now? Is it clear?
Another one, ma'am.
Hello? Is
Ayan.
my audio clear? Yan. I'm very sorry kasi right now in Batangas, uh we're having a bit of a rain over here. So I think it's the signal. How was my audio right now? Is it good, Sir Julius?
Yes. Yes po, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So to continue, right now I am introducing myself. Like what I mentioned, I'm a graduate of secondary education and I majored in English. I've been in the academic teaching senior high school, particularly English courses, and then I transferred into IT and deliver product trainings for admin users and end users. And I am a strong advocate of micro-credentials. And in fact, I earned several certifications myself now to continually expand and enhance the skills that I have. Okay, so let's see. Before I hand over the floor to Sir Roland, I have here two talking points to emphasize. First is the what are micro-credentials? I'll give you all an idea of its definition and how does it matter in the corporate world. And then, of course, its importance and benefits of earning them. Now, we'll explore the importance of micro-credentials, of course, how they help students gain a competitive edge, and of course, open doors to new opportunities right after you graduated. Okay. So just to let you know, Adenta's Technologies, together with their partners, brings a wealth of expertise in certification, now particularly through our strong partnership with Support. Now, this collaboration po is a significant step in shaping the professional development of students. Why? Because we understand that the demands of the workforce are evolving. No, it's not like before. A lot of new um job titles are rising nowadays. And of course, the qualifications are rising as well. So what we want is the professionals who would be job ready and of course equipped with professional skills that is needed for of course the workforce, right? So certiports, globally recognized certifications will play a role in preparing you not just for graduation itself, but of course for the competitive job market. All right. So by integrating the certifications directly into your courses, we are taking your education a step further. No, it's not like what you have in your graduation upon graduating, which is macro credentials, what we call your degree or diploma. You will also be having certifications targeted specifically to a specific skill that you want to enhance. Now, and this initiative this micro-credential po is all about boosting your employability and of course setting you apart in the global marketplace. So with the world becoming more interconnected no, and competition is no longer limited to your local job market kasi we are also or some of us as students no, are aiming to be competitive not only here at the local scene but also abroad. So you have the certifications to increase your chances of landing a job. No? And also, it goes to shows to your employer that you are committed to professional growth and, of course, lifelong learning. So, in summary, Adentis Technologies and Certiport are here to ensure that you just don't meet the expectations of the job market, you exceed them. Okay. So I have been talking about micro-credentials ever since I have started, no? But you might be wondering what exactly are these micro-credentials, no? So just to give you a brief overview of micro-credentials, you may consider them as bite-sized certifications that focuses on specific skills or areas of expertise. They are designed to be quick and targeted. And of course, since it was mentioned, this allows you to prove your proficiency in a particular field without committing to a full degree, since you right now are probably committed to a full degree, which is your bachelor's degree or associate degrees. No? Right. So you may also think of micro credentials as badges or mini certificates that you earn by completing short, focused, and uh, focus courses, and of course by passing the examinations, no? And one great thing about micro credentials is that especially those offered by Certiport, um, they are globally recognized, no? Not only here in the Philippines but also abroad. And micro credentials offer a way to boost your resume, no? I've been mentioning this a lot, no? Of course, how? By showing that you have industry verified skills in high demand areas, whether it's in IT, digital literacy, project management, or other key fields. Okay, so these certifications or these micro credentials make you more competitive, flexible, and future rich, and of course, offer a practical way to build your qualifications. Right. So you don't have to worry because Certiport offers micro-credentials across a range of industries. But then I know most of you here at the meeting or this orientation is very much focused on Adobe, no? So no matter what your career path is, there's always something for you. All right. So Autentes is partnered with Certiport. And of course, how you might be wondering, no, how is this scaling and certification possible? It is all thanks to Certiport. Certiport po is the subsidiary of Pearson. Pearson is the largest publisher in the world. It has become a leading name in the certification exams and digital skills training. So what they did, this Certiport, they deliver more than 3 million certification exams annually. No? So per year, more than 3 million yung nade-deliver na lang examination across the world. And they have 15,000 Certiport authorized testing centers. And this extensive reach, no, ensures that the students like you have easy access to world-class certification programs like Adobe, no matter where you are. So these exams are recognized globally, like what I mentioned, and it provides you with an opportunity to earn credentials that meet the industry standards, now making you more competitive in the workforce. I would like to give you an overview of some of the certifications available, not only Adobe, and I do hope that you are able to see the slides. No? So in today's interconnected economy, po, gaining the right skills can open up opportunities not only for yourself, but also for the country's growth. No? So here are some of the certifications that we have. Um, Adobe and Autodesk. These are the flagship certification, and of course, these are valued by those who are in the engineering, architecture, and specifically Adobe, no, creative fields. We've also got Swift, Cisco, entrepreneurship, and digital literacy. So the programs that I've mentioned, they cover essential tech and business skills needed for multiple sectors or disciplines. We've also got Intuit or QuickBooks. This is perfect for individuals in accounting and finance. This certification is highly sought after by those people who are handling or managing finances and bookkeeping. We've also got IT specialists. No? It has 14 domains. It includes programming languages like Python, Java, HTML, CSS, also advanced topics like cybersecurity, AI, networking. Yan. So these programs that I mentioned is ideal for anyone looking for uh, thriving in the technology world. We've also got productivity programs like Microsoft Office Specialist, which is widely used by people in the corporate. also meta certification. Of course, these two enhances the everyday business productivity. And we also got from Pearson Pearson. This is focused on English benchmarking or testing your English proficiency. Some other programs under micro-credentials and certiport would be PMI, Project Management Institute. So this is a must-have for those who are looking to climb into the corporate ladder or improve your project management abilities. We've also got Unity. So Unity is the go-to certification for aspiring game developers. And some other new programs, critical career skills. So this is more on communication training, no? And also we've got agri-science technology. This is a entry-level certification, perfect for aspiring food scientists, plant scientists, or even farming sustainability technologists. Under certifications, we also have sciences careers. This is for when you're looking for a break into the healthcare field in the US. So you can get a certification and give you a title of a medical administrative assistant. Last but not the least, we've got hospitality and culinary arts center. So this is perfect for anyone who's passionate about food and cooking. So I know most of you here are very much interested with Adobe, but I would just like you to know that these certifications that I mentioned po, are designed to equip you with the skills that matter in today's job market. So this helps you stand out and succeed whether you're just starting or looking to advance your career. Okay. So when you go through certification or micro-credential upskilling, this is the pathway or the pathway to success. No? So no matter where you are, learning is always within reach. And Certiport offers a full complement of academic materials, including curriculum, practice tests, and of course, performance-based certification examination. What you're seeing here are the three major steps that you can do before you can get certified. First is learn. This is where you study all the related materials to your chosen certification. Practice, where you do practice that simulation to boost your confidence, of course, in passing the examination. And of course, the last step would be certify. This is where you take and pass the examination to get certified. Okay, so I have here a sample of a badge that you can get after finishing a certification. Likewise, the certificate itself. No? So micro-credential providers like Certiboard issue things like this, digital badges and certificates that you can proudly display on your platforms like LinkedIn, or it could be in your email signature. And what's good about this is that these badges are not just for show, no? They're clickable, meaning potential employers can easily verify your credentials and get a detailed look at the skills that you have earned. So this adds a whole new level of transparency and trust. So yeah. The first thing that you see here is the badge no, on the left side. So these badges can be linked to your social media profiles like LinkedIn. Second is the certificate on the right side. And of course, you can print this and attach this to your CV or resume, whether it's copy or hard copy. And another thing about this is signed by Satya Nadella, the CEO of MOS, or it can be signed by a certain CEO of the program that you have chosen. And this cannot be forged because the site is blockchain where they're checking, and it has this unique reference code. So employers can check for validation and legitimacy. Right. So as you can see here, it says it stand out and be seen. And I'm here speaking to the hardworking individuals, most especially students, no? Those who may not have the industry connections yet, but are very determined to succeed. No? These skill-based certifications, these micro-credentials, can be your gateway to standing out. No? This validates your expertise, showing employers that you have the capability, you have the knowledge, and you have the ability to back it up. No? Kasi you've got proof to your skills. and you're no longer just another candidate. You're the one who stands out. No? And another benefit is that companies will notice you. They'll know you're equipped, not just with ambition, but of course with the real world skills that they're looking for. And this is not just about adding another line to your resume. It's about positioning yourself as someone that they need in their organization. All right, I have here a list of the reasons why you may want to acquire certification. First is the validation of knowledge. No? Micro-credential serves as a tangible proof of specific skills and expertise. And of course, they validate students' abilities in a focused area, often aligned with industry standards that you have chosen. And of course, employers recognize micro-credentials as credible certifications that confirm proficiency in the key skills. Next, increase marketability. So today we have a competitive job market, no, and micro credentials would help students to stand out. They demonstrate a commitment to continuous learning and professional development. Yeah, they see that they're very committed in developing yourself. And of course, by earning micro credentials, students can highlight your specialized skill sets on resume, LinkedIn profiles, and of course during interviews. Right. Third is increased earning power. So certified skills can lead to higher paying job opportunities, which is what we want when we graduate. No? Fourth is the improved reputation. So this one, it reflects a serious attitude towards learning and skill building, somewhat related with validation of knowledge. And then fifth is the enhanced credibility, right? So for this one, micro credentials enhance credibility, especially in technical and specialized fields. So of course, it serves as a verifiable evidence that students like you have mastered certain technologies, processes, or tools like Adobe, right? And number six, increase confidence. Now, achieving micro credentials can significantly boost your confidence as students. No? By completing these certifications, it would demonstrate your ability to meet professional standards. Then lastly, respect from peers. So if ever that you're on the working environment already, micro-credential holders often receives recognition from peers for their achievement. So students who earn these certifications are seen as leaders and experts in their respective areas. So this respect, of course, it has a positive effect. It can lead to networking uh, opportunities, no? And of course, collaboration in professional setting. Okay. I have here some other elaborate reasons as to why you should choose or you must have micro credentials. Because micro credentials right now it's becoming a big deal in today's education and of course in the job scene. What's good about a micro credential is that it is recognized by industries worldwide, not here only in the Philippines. Next is it demonstrates specific job-related skills since you have chosen to be certified in a skill that you want to craft in the future. Baga, you can consider them as your niche, right? Of course, flexible and affordable learning options, no? And of course, enhances employability and career advancement. So in short, micro-credentials are your key to unlocking new opportunities and making your skills shine in today's job market. Okay, before I leave you, I have here a quote saying, a micro-credential today, a career opportunity tomorrow. So, just to elaborate, earning a micro-credential is like opening a door to your future career. Each one of you achieve uh each one that you have achieved rather proves your dedication, also your hard work, and of course the specialized skills that you have studied. And it is more than just a badge, no? It is a statement that says, I'm ready for what's next. And of course, these credentials give you an edge, making you stand out to employers who are looking for individuals with real world expertise. So every time you earn one, remember that you are not just learning, you're building your future one step at a time. So that concludes my session. I'd like to thank to thank Sir Roland and Sir Jujus for this opportunity. And yeah, that's a dentist. And this is Trisha. Thank you so much.
Ayan, thank you so much for that very insightful discussion, Ma'am Trisha Ventura. Ayan, so I hope that our participants gained a lot of insights on what are the importance of or how does uh, micro credentials and also certifications are important for us to have a place in the industry and also to be recognized with our skills and talents as an individual. Okay, thank you so much for that, Ma'am Trisha, and we are hoping to our participants that you were inspired by the discussion on the importance of the certifications as an individual. So there's a lot of certifications that has been tackled, but one thing that has been highlighted is the Adobe Certified Professional. But among those things, there are also other certifications that you can get with the data's technology. But with this session, since we're more focused on Adobe, so does anyone here wants to be an Adobe certified professional on a specific Adobe software? Anyone? So please kindly use our chat box if you want to be an Adobe certified professional in Photoshop, Illustrator. Ayan. Ayan. And also, how many are students we have here? Ayan. Okay. Yan. So, sabi sa on Facebook, sabi ni Miss Chardane, sana maisama sa schools din ang explanation ng importance ng certification. Yan. It's really a great thing also to have it be explained on our respective schools because there's really certifications are really important if specifically if you're graduating students or even you're in the field on of the industry. So it's really important or certification plays a great role for us to be recognized and also to prove that we have the skills on a specific software or in a specific industry. Okay. So thank you so much again, Ms. Trisha Ventura, and we're hoping to have you again on our upcoming discussions or upcoming sessions on Adobe Creative Week. But on these sessions, I am very sure that you're all excited to have our resource speaker for this afternoon, and I know that maybe some of you already know him, or maybe some of you doesn't know him yet. But for us and for the benefit of everyone who doesn't know yet our resource speaker, I will introduce him to all of you later on. But before that, to our participants, if you're going to join in our sessions or trial sessions for this October, we still have a lot more sessions, but you might have the chance to win an Adobe Certified Professional Examination voucher that we've just talked earlier, the importance of certification. So if you will be one of the winner for this certified professional exam voucher. So you may have the chance to become a certified professional on Adobe, uh, Express, Acrobat, Photoshop, Illustrator, and so on and so forth. And last Saturday, we had one winner of Adobe Certified Professional. So if you are here, so I didn't remember his name, but if you are here, so please wait for our emails to for the instruction on how you can claim your voucher on Adobe Certified Professional. And we are hoping, ayan. So, nag-submit po ako ng form para sa Adobe exam, pero wala pa po. Yan. So, siguro later on, we- that question will be answered by our resource speaker. Okay? So, also, to our participants, you will have the chance to win an install merchandises, including Adobe shirt, notebook, ball pen, and also you will have the chance to win a drawing tablet. So, if you are uh, in the animation field or if you want to draw something in the digital as a digital art, so you might have the chance to win a Wacom drawing tablet. And also, you might have the chance to win a Letter Hills card. So we had two winners of Letter Hills card last Saturday on our session with Jin Asanya, the owner of Letter Hills. So these lovely, beautiful cards are some of the examples that you might have on your hands once you uh once we call your name on the raffle that we will be having. Again, so this session will not be possible with our sponsors, collaborators, and community partners. So thank you so much to our uh, supportive and very great collaborators for this session. So again, without further ado, let me introduce our resource speaker this afternoon. So our resource speaker this afternoon is an expert extends his role as an Adobe Community Experts Adobe Partner by Design, Adobe Express Ambassador, and a member of the Community Advisory Board of Adobe Express. He is also served as a member as a subject matter expert for Adobe Learn taxonomy, particularly for Adobe Premiere and Aero. Known as the father of Adobe Creative Educator in the Philippines, he also reached for over 1 million students, engaging them with the latest product updates, innovations, and technologies. And I know that most of you already know him because of his great participation in the creative industry. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce our resource speaker for or getting started as becoming an Adobe Creative Educator, none other than Sir Roland Banyes.
Hello, Julius. Good afternoon to all. Thank you for the introductions. Again, it's nice to be here together with all of you. And ako'y natuwa rin. I'm very glad to see Ma'am Tricia Ventura, who are part of our partners in the certification track that we're doing in this Adobe Creative Week sessions. So, nung nakita ko talaga yung pangalan, sabi ko, oh, nandito si Ma'am Trisha, yay. So, tuwa ako. I would like to share my screen so we could start early on in this session. So, I'm just going to click here and do my entire screen para makita nyo siya. Okay. So, I'm also checking our chat box for your comments and your interactions. I want to ask the audience kung sino yung mga students dito. Paki-comment nga number 1 kung kayo ay mga students. Paki-comment nga. Tapos pag creative professionals, 2. Pakilagay po. Kung kayo naman ay educator o gusto nyo magturo, maging designer pero nagti-teach din kayo, pwede nyo i-press 3. Yan, 3. Kung gusto nyo maging lahat, 4. Huwag naman lahat. Mahirap eh. Masakit sa ulo yun. Tingnan nyo, ako 20 lang ako pero mukha na ako matanda. Mukha na akong 40. 20 daw. Feeling. Ano ko nga, nung lumalaki nga ako, Justin Bieber yung pinapakinggan ko eh. So, hindi hindi Daryl Hall and John Oates. Ayan. Ayan, may number 3, may number 5. Ayan. Gusto nila lahat. Okay. Parang Daniel Padilla yun ah. Nasa iyo na ang lahat. Oh, may 8 pa. Wow. Okay na. Merong may 8. Baka busog na siya. He ate already. Okay. Ayan. So, salamat po. I think you are seeing now my screen. Kaya ako tinatanong yan dahil I want to see na most of you are yung iba students, yung iba mga creative professionals. And I want to open the possibility for all of us na alam nyo, kung gusto nyo maging designer o kaya maging designer kayo early in your career or your life. Pero as you progress, as you grow into the industry, you have to also be part of something bigger than yourself. Ibig sabihin nun, gusto niyo maging educator, you want to leave a legacy, you want to contribute to community building, nation building, that's great. Kasi you're serving a purpose na something bigger than yourself. Hindi lang yung sarili mong pangarap. Kung gusto mo rin gumawa ng pangarap para sa ibang tao, para matupad yung pangarap nila. Gusto niyo ba yon? 'Di ba? Maganda yung magbe-build tayo ng pangarap natin on which yung ibang tao nagbe-benefit din. Kasi kung gagawin lang natin yon, kunyari, kukuha tayo ng mga awards, mga achievements, pero hindi naman tayo nag-give back. Di ba parang medyo mababaw lang yung ating gagawin. So parang, yeah, masaya tayo. Masaya tayo na marami tayong na-achieve. Kunyari, marami na tayong titles, pero hindi tayo nag-give back, parang parang atin lang, di ba? Medyo malungkot, yun lang ang nangyayari. So, yun ang pinaka-goal natin dito. Yes, tama po, pay it forward. And also, if you pay it forward, you're going to be blessed also. Di ba? Mababless ka rin naman eh. I can attest to this because I have certified around 10,000 plus. Pamaya, papakita ko sa inyo yung mga numbers, mga statistics. And this has been an advocacy that I am running ever since I started my career. I want to help other designers, other IT professionals, other educators to tap into their possibilities, to tap their potential. And yung iba, yung mentor ko dito, as you would see, my accolades would be yan, si Jean, si Chardane, yan yung aking mga students. Si Julius din, has been one of my kasama namin sa mga advisories namin, sa mga growth building namin. And I want to share that advocacy that you also have to reach out to others para matulungan nyo sila in the process. Regardless na kung may reward o hindi, you just have to do the good thing, the right thing. Okay, so you are now seeing my screen, and this has been a slide that I have developed since around 2020. This is open publicly, as you would see yung kanyang attribution, yung kanyang Creative Commons license. It is open for attribution, non-commercial, and share alike. So, anong ibig sabihin yan? You can also run this session sa inyong school. You just have to attribute to sinong gumawa nung anong program. Tapos you can share alike. Pwede nyo ano yan. Pero hindi siya dapat non-commercial. Not-commercial siya ha. So, hindi siya dapat pagkakitaan tapos ibebenta niyo yung slides. Hindi siya ganon. Hindi siya ginawa para dito. This one is to help others get what we call the certification ng Adobe Creative Educator. Okay? So kung gusto niyo maging certified on this, paki-comment ka ACE. 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 Kung gusto niyo magkaroon ng certification ngayon. Sige. Hihintayin ko kayo. Sabi nga ng Air Supply, I can wait forever. If you say you'll be there too. Sorry marami akong lyrics eh. Ayan, okay. Maraming salamat. And para po dun sa ating mga nanonood right now, kindly share this sa inyong social media, lalong-lalo na yung inyong mga kilala na pwede mag-benefit dito. Kasi alam nyo, I'm giving away this kasi I want to help people. Diba? And actually, we do not earn anything on these sessions. I want to just give it back kasi matututunan nyo rin naman to in the process sa ibang tao. Might as well ibigay nyo na rin, di ba? So might as well give it back. Kasi nung nakuha ko tong mga natutunan ko right now, I was just some of them may bayad, some of them hindi, pero I trusted and give it back. So again, my name is Roland Banyes. And natuwa ako dun sa binanggit ni Ma'am Tricia kanina regarding na hindi lang sa Adobe yung coverage ng Certiport. Actually, totoo yon. And if you have the advantage na magpa-certification sa iba pang mga vendors, as you would see on my end, I also have other certifications under my belt na hindi lang puro Adobe. For example, Certiprof, Kahoot, Microsoft, HubSpot, Edpuzzle, Wakelet, pati kung PIA, CTT Plus. Grab it. Take the advantage of getting what you deserve. Diba? Take those micro credentials, build up your certification album. Okay? Yan. Thank you po sa ating mga nagko-comment. Maraming salamat po. Pero hindi ako importante dito. Importante dito yung matututunan nyo on this session. So kahit kalimutan nyo na ako at the end of this session, importante meron kayo nakuha at meron kayo natutunan on this workshop na ginagawa natin sa Adobe Creative Week. So ito yung pinaka-agenda natin. We will help you get started with Adobe for Education. So hindi lang to para sa mga teachers, para rin to sa mga estudyante dahil sa syempre kailangan natin ng resources. Pag sinabing resources, yung mga trusted natin na magagamit for, let's say, meron tayong i-apply na mga activities na pwede natin matutunan. Meron tayong website para dyan. Ang pangalan niya is Adobe Education Exchange. this is under the Adobe for Education program. Okay? So bibigyan ko muna kayo ng context o yung pagkakaiba ng mga segments na ito para maliwanag yung ating ginagawa. Okay? So meron tayong Adobe for Education, which is sila yung nagbibigay ng inyong mga certification. Okay. Baka may magtatanong, ito po ba ay libre? Yes, libre po ito. Okay? Libre siya. Pwede nyo ma-access siya ngayon. Pwede nyo magawa. Okay. So the next one is this. I'm going to give you the information kung paano natin makukuha yung certification na yun. Okay? Ang kukunin po natin is yung Adobe Certified Educator Level 1 credential. Meron tayong mga kailangan na gawin at meron tayong aaralin ng mga applications. So, meron na ba sa inyo, napansin nyo medyo luma na talaga yung slides ko, Adobe Spark pa yung nakalagay. Okay, so yan, mali ko yan. Pero I'm admitting it to all of you kasi I want to be very transparent and very authentic. Hindi ko pa na-update to. So Adobe Spark pa yung nakalagay dyan kasi nung panahon na yon, ang pangalan ng application sa Adobe Spark, ngayon Adobe Express na siya. Okay, so ang tanong ko, susunod sa inyo is, sino po sa inyo ang nakagamit na, who among you has used Adobe Express? Paki-comment nga po, yes, if you have used Adobe Express. Yes, in our chat box. I'm sorry, do we have attendees from Bangladesh here? Just checking. Because I don't want to alienate them with the language, and I also want to help them in the process. Anyone from Bangladesh? Paki-comment nga. Please comment 7. Number 7 if you are from Bangladesh. Anyone from Bangladesh here? Okay, I'm just going to wait for a little bit so I could check if we have attendees from Bangladesh. I think we don't have, so okay, so I'm just going to speak the native language. Magkatagalog na lang din ako para maintindihan ako ng diretso. Kasi wala naman nagsabing ano, no one said that they are from other country, so it's okay. So, our next thing is that I'm going to give you some tips and insights from an edX veteran. The edX or Adobe, the Education Exchange, which is under the Adobe for Education, is a platform on which I will introduce mamaya sa inyo that will significantly help you with your studies, with your teaching. Yan po. And I'll also give you some claiming procedures and Q&A. I'm going to open the Q&A for all of you if you have questions, and then we'll wrap it up with a summary. Okay? So let's move forward. I want this to be very interactive as always. If you have questions, I would like to answer this interactively because sometimes nakakalimutan ko na, yung pala, may question pala. I think we don't have a Q&A pod. Julius, do we have a Q&A pod? I'm just checking.
I'll
So,
check it out, sir. But they can
sige.
interact on chat and I compile it na lang po.
Okay, thank you. Kasi kung may Q&A chat pod tayo, we can park or we can reserve that spot for us to see it back or to review again if they have questions. Pero if it doesn't, okay lang, okay lang. If it does, okay. Okay. Again, I just want to share this with all of you because I'm a big advocate of education here. Our task as educators for our students is for them to face the future, prepare them to the present, and then for them to face the future. Because if we do not prepare them for the present on our conditions right now, we can never produce competent and qualified individuals that will be part of the workforce going forward in the future. And we may not see the future, but as educators, they will, and our job is to help them make something out of it. This is a quote from Sir Ken Robinson, who passed away during the pandemic, and it has been very transformative on my end the, regarding what he said. So this session is for everyone who's using Adobe technologies to improve their instructional delivery, and not even for just for educators, even for students. If you are a student and you want to create designs faster, this session will be a uh, great attendance for you. And I am looking forward for your insights, kung ano yung mga natutunan nyo. What do we need? We need an internet browser, a modern internet browser, wag lang yung ibang like, Internet Explorer. Siguro mo gumagamit ng Internet Explorer dito. Wala na siguro gumagamit ng Internet Explorer dito, di ba? Okay? And you need an Adobe ID. So, do you have already an Adobe ID? Does anyone have an Adobe ID here? Please comment ID if you have an Adobe ID. Because if you don't have an Adobe ID, I will teach you how to create an Adobe ID. Okay? If you don't have an Adobe ID, if you don't have an Adobe ID, type ID. Sorry, that's my bad. Yes, it is the same as an Adobe account. Okay, so most of you doesn't have or don't have an Adobe ID. I may presume that thing. Okay, we have someone from Bangladesh who is watching right now. So thank you for that. I'm going to open a new tab on my end, and I'm going to open the website, which is this one. It's edx.adobe.com. You can type it in. I'm just going to put it on the chat box if you want to follow along. Okay? I want this to be very interactive. I want you all to do it at the same time as I do it right now, because we have, I think, an hour to go before we probably do this. So I want this to be worthwhile your time. But if you are challenged, if you don't have your access to a computer or a laptop or a desktop environment, you can watch the replay for this. So I just did go on this website, which is edx.adobe.com, and you will see. Okay, okay, we're going to create an Adobe ID. If you go to this website, again, I'm just going to paste it on our chat box so you can access it. You have to click on sign up. This button on the top right, the big blue sign up button, you click on that. And then you will have your choices. If you have your school email, like for example, if you're from, for example, my name is arbanyes@school.com, like the name of the school, at school.com. You can use your school email, so it will be qualified as a education account. Got it? I hope you understand. You can sign up using your school email to verify if you are using a education or educator account or student account. That will be great. But if you're going to use your personal account, like Juan de la Cruz at yahoo.com or Ryan Roberts at yahoo.com or gmail.com, you may use the sign up with personal email. In my account, I can also click on this, and then after that, you will be asked for your account. For example, if you have your Gmail, if you want to log in using your Facebook account, your Apple account, your Microsoft account, or even Line account, you can easily click on this and it will authenticate you in the browser that you are using right now. Okay? All clear? Kindly type in clear if you got the information already. For example, I'm going to log in using my Facebook. I'm going to click the Facebook icon. And then after that, it will log into my Facebook account. So right now, I'm in incognito mode. That's why it doesn't have any information of the login that I have right now. But if I'm using the actual device with my Facebook account, which is logged in already, it will not prompt me any password because it will already tie in or mix my Adobe ID with my Facebook account. Okay? I hope you understand the process. Thank you for all of your comments and confirming the actual steps. So I hope you got this very clear because this one is very, very fundamental on what we're trying to do. Okay, I'll give you a little bit more time for this to be processed. After that, I will just switch to my actual account, and this is what you're going to encounter. On my end, I already logged in into my account, which is, again, if you go here, edX.adobe.com, and you will see I have my account already here. It's a little bit 90s, or I was a little bit old timer because I have my yahoo.com account, which is based from the 90s. Because if you're a user from the 2000s, you will have like yahoo.com.ph, .sg, but my email address has been a yahoo.com, which is way, way back. Okay, so you would see that I already have logged in using my account. The great thing about this is that if you have created your Adobe ID in any Adobe related website, you have access to all of it using one account. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so let's move forward. And that's one of the main procedures that we're going to do for us to get certified. Let's proceed to the next one. The next thing that we need is we just need basic design skills. For example, if you're using the other design softwares that you have, for example, if you just working with, let's say, Photoshop, that will be great. If you have background on this, if you have background on other design softwares that I'm not going to mention right now, you can utilize that. And the very most important thing would be patience and determination, because this session will take around 50 minutes for us to complete. Okay? That's one thing. The next one would be this. I want to give a summary on what is Adobe Education Exchange. This is the platform on which you will access all of the training materials, all of the process for you to get the certifications or even the micro credentials. So what's the website for the Adobe Education Exchange? Kindly comment if you know already. I think I have pasted in already the URL or the website. What is the website for Adobe Education Exchange? Anyone? Yes, it's edex.adobe.com. edex.adobe.com. Okay. So, what will happen if you are already on edex.adobe.com or the Education Exchange? You would see that if you access the website, you have lots and lots of resources that you can use. Not just for teaching, not just for learning, even creative professionals, you can easily access some of them here. I'm going to the live site, the actual site, for us to navigate because there has been a lot of changes throughout the years. And as you would see, based from my screenshot, this has changed so drastically. So this is the live site of edX.adobe.com on which you can find resources. You can also access lots of self-paced courses, which is one of the key focus that we're trying to do right now. So you would see, if I'm just going to just browse along, check the contents, we have lots and lots of them. Especially, you can also teach anything with Adobe Express, teaching digital media, classroom ideas, generative AI. We have lots and lots of them, templates, activities that you can run in your classroom, or even you as a working professional to do it for yourself. Okay, so the next one we're trying to do is, right now we are logged in the website. I need you to go to search. Okay, let's put our cursor into search and then type in creativity for all. Okay, you type it in, creativity for all. Let's press return or enter. And then it will give you the results for the following that you have searched. What you're trying to look up right now is this one. You have to look for this professional learning, and then you access ACE level 1, a creativity for all. Okay? ACE level 1, creativity for all. Let's click on that right now. So I'm clicking it. And if you want, you don't want to search anymore, I'm just going to copy and paste it on our chat box. I'm going to copy and paste it so you can see. Yan. Thank you, Maria Rica May Fajardo, for following along. I appreciate your effort. Yan. Ba't nahiya tuloy si Maria Rica? Huwag ka mahiya. Huwag ka mahiya. Then after that, you would see that we have an option here. In my condition, I don't have the enroll now button. Why? Why don't I have? Because I already completed this 4 years ago. That's why you don't have the option for enroll now. So in my end, on your end, you have to click enroll now. Okay? All of you right now, click enroll now. I encourage you to click enroll now. And if you click enroll now, you will be going to this part of the activity, which is the overview. Okay? Are we all good? Please comment enroll if you are already on this screen, which is this one. Oh, kitang-kita ko yung kay Maria Rica May Fajardo. So, no worries. Okay lang yon. Thank you for the effort yan. Okay. So, I see on the chat box we have enrolled. Yes, yes. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. So, what we're trying to do right now is we have this course, which is 3 hours to complete. Okay, you might be asking me, how can we do this 3 hours of workshop on a 1 hour duration on your live? Diba magtataka kayo, paano ko magagawin yung 3 hours sa 1 hour? I'm going to guide you on how to do this. I've developed a shortcut method, but you still have to do the work on your end. Okay? I'm going to show you the simplified way, but you have to promise me that you are going to check every item on this course. Okay? So, let me walk you through this. You will be doing this one. Let's click on number 1 here. Let's click on number 1. And as you click that, the window will change. This will enable you to access all of the literature or all of the content of the course itself. So what are you going to do on your free time? Okay? On your free time, you have to read this, understand this, watch the videos on your free time. But right now, I'm just going to guide you, and I'm not going to click here and let's all watch this, because that will be a waste of time for all of us gathering on this session. So I'm going to leave it to all of you to watch all of this, absorb all of this information, and as you would see, as I click this, it's the same thing. You have to just read this, you have to absorb this. And I'm going to click on number 11. For example, after I read this, I'm going to click on next. And as you would see, you just have to scroll. If the next button is not available, you have to scroll down. Okay? Some of you might have a problem on this. Just scroll down and then the next button will be activated. Okay? Just scroll down. So what's the important thing on this is that this one we have on number 11. Let's click on number 11. And as you click here, it will say that you need the following. No, I stand corrected on this. Mali po. Let's click on assignment here. Let's click on assignment. Okay? So, right now, we have the assignment. Am I audible? Can you hear me loud and clear? Let's click on assignment. Let's click on assignment. Yes, let's click on assignment. The actual name. Okay. Just scroll down and then click next. Scroll down, click next. So you would see that all of this is working. Scroll down, click next. Okay? What I want you to do right now is just, let's say, for example, let's click on number 2, scroll down, and click next. Number 3, scroll down, click next. Scroll down, click next. Because you're going to read this later on. So scroll down, click next. Scroll down, click next. Until you go to the assignment part. This will enable you to access all of it. Like everyone will be checked. Okay, got it? Any questions? Type in here. Or if you want, you can go straight to assignment. Go straight to assignment. And then I want to ask you the following. Okay? We don't need any attendance link for now. The evaluation will be part of the end of the session. So no attendance as of the moment. So here, if I go to assignment, which is number 12, you're going to ask yourself, this is your assignment because you're going to create an original graphic. I'm just going to make it bigger so you would easily see this. Create an original graphic that responds to one of the following prompts. Okay, so ask yourself. Number 1 is that how will you support your students' creativity if you're an educator, if you're a teacher, or if you want to be a teacher, if you want to be a designer teacher in the future, ask this to yourself. How will you support your students' creativity? Or if you want to be an educator, what is your goal as a creative educator? Ask yourself. Just answer one of the following. It's either this one or this one. Okay? Do that. You can use pen and paper. You want to brainstorm within yourself, like write it down. For example, I'll give you one thing because I want to cultivate growth mindset. I want to open possibilities for experimentation. Use collaboration with fellow students. Okay, use collaboration with fellow with colleagues. Yan. Yun yung mga positive virtues that you have to embrace. So just type it in, and then what I want you to do is create a design based from that prompt. So how can we create designs with the inputs that we have right now? We have what we call Adobe Express. Okay? So if you have questions, we're ending part 1 right now, and then we're going to proceed to part 2 later on which we're going to create designs using Adobe Express. This will be a great time if you have questions and put it on the chat box. Okay, I'm going to wait. Yes, I'm going to wait. If you have questions, just type it in. Before we move to another website on which we're going to create the assignment itself. No questions? So if you have no questions, please comment no. If you have no questions or everything is clear. Okay. So I see some of you is saying it's already all clear. Thank you for that. Okay. Okay. So let's move on with chapter 2. Chapter 2, which is, yeah, tuloy ako, nag-peace sign ako. Chapter 2, which is learning Adobe Express. Our goal for this session is to create, again, an original graphic. We're going to create an original graphic. So we need to use an Adobe application to create designs, which is Adobe Express. If you want to access Adobe Express, this is the website. Just type it. I'm just going to type it on the chat if you want to access. Okay, express.adobe.com. Type it in your browser. Ang dami kong notification. I'm so sorry. Ayan. Dami kong notification sa mga aking mga colleagues. Okay, so for you who's already here, yung nandito na po, paki-comment, please comment express if you are already on the website. Open a new tab. You can skip that if you want. Just click on school or any choices because that's okay. Walang mali po sa mga choices na makikita nyo on your screen as you check on the website. Because some of you might be having like, what's your purpose? What's your profile? No worries. Just click anything that is appropriate to what you're trying to do and it's okay. Walang problema. Hindi po kayo papagalitan dyan. Hindi kayo i-charge. No one will be asking you to do something to correct it. Okay? Just type it as you go along. Because some of you might be new to Adobe Express and you will be asked a lot of questions. That one is an experience we designed to tailor fit those who are using Adobe Express. So that's a UX page, UX experience, it's UX experience like redundant. Okay, okay, just type it in. Just put any. Yeah. Okay. So right now you are inside of Adobe Express. Okay. Type it in if you are already on Adobe Express. Type on the comment express if you are already on the website. I'm willing to wait. I'm a patient educator and I'm willing to wait for all of you to be here. As long as I have a handful of people who are willing to do the hands-on together with me, I am a-okay. Okay. So I see some of you has already in here. Okay, so let's learn Adobe Express. What is Adobe Express? Adobe Express is a website. It's a service that lets you create anything. Not your love life. You cannot create your love life here. Well, probably you can create love notes here, but you get the idea. I'm just kidding. So you can do here in Adobe Express is you can create designs, which is our intent for now or our objective. We have to create designs. You can also create web pages, and you can also create videos in the process. Okay? You can create designs, web pages, and even video. O baka matanong yan mamaya, probably someone will be asking you what's the purpose of Adobe Express? What is the deliverables? Design, web pages, and videos. You can create those. Okay, and I think there's more, but that's beyond the scope. So what we're trying to do right now is create something from scratch. Okay, so if you want to create something from scratch, you have to press the plus button here, the plus button, the big blue plus button here, and what will happen is you can click on any of the blank canvas here, but I suggest you to click on the square one. Square. 1:1. Let's click on square. And then if I click on square, on that, this will enable me to have a wonderful blank canvas. That's a blank canvas, okay? So, what we're trying to later na, okay? Later. I'm working na. I have 142 viewers here right now na. Okay? Love you. Okay. As you would see here, we have a blank canvas. Nandito nangungulit kasi yung aking daughter, 3-year-old daughter. Okay. So we have a blank canvas here, and we have on the left side our creation tools. Okay? The creation tools will enable you to select a template, but right now, as indicated on the objective, we have to create a original graphic. So we're doing it from scratch. Okay, all of this will be done in scratch. I'm just going to teach you where can you access all of the creation tools. We have templates, we have media on which you can access photos, videos, audio, all of that stuff. You can also access text. We have templates here already that you can use. Lots and lots of templates, or you can even create your own text. If I click on that, this will enable me to create a text. And the panel here is uh, context sensitive, or it refers to what is selected. That's why it's changing every time. Okay, as you would see here, it's all it will see that you don't have any text selected. Okay, then the next one would be elements. If you want to access design assets, backgrounds, shapes, icons, and even graphs, as you would see here. No, graphs is already moved. The graph is already moved here, or charts and grids. Okay, so all of this are elements that you can use in your design. We also have access to charts and grids. If you want to create tables, if you want to create grids, if you want to create charts, all of it is accessible here. Okay, so that function alone, you can create a lot of possibilities. On my case, let's say I want to put a photo of myself here. Let's say, let's go to media. You can use the upload from device here. Okay? Let's click on upload from device, and you can easily add your photos. Let's say, for example, you don't want to add your photos. That's completely okay. It's completely okay. Just for this activity, I'm just going to upload my photo. Let's say this one. Let's click on open, because I want this to be an original graphic on which my face is already here. So that will be a way for me to say that this is an original graphic. Let's say this is my photo. I can easily use the options here. Let's say I want to crop this. Let's make this a circle. And you would see this is already a circle crop photo. Okay, let's say this one. And then let's say I want to own this graphic. Let's go to text. Let's add, let's say, any text here. If you want, you can easily type in anything, or you can use a template. Let's say, let's go here. Let's say, click on that. You can you can type here. Let's say, for example, I can double click on the text itself. Let's say I can type in my name. I'm just designing on the fly, okay? So you decide what type of designs you want to put in your layout. I'm just giving you an idea on how you can do this. Let's say I'm just going to put my last name here. Okay, and then I'm going to make this smaller for this to fit. Then I'm going to move it downwards for a little bit. Okay, then maybe I could put this as, for example, my goal is, let's say, what is your goal as a Adobe Creative Educator? Let's say I'm just going to copy and paste this. Copy, and then go to Express, and type it here. I'm just going to type it here, and then make it bigger, for example. Say something like that. Okay? And then what I can do is I can make this smaller if I need to, and then position it down here or make it smaller than that. Okay. Or probably I could type in some words that I want to put as a goal. For example, my goal is to, let's say, type in another one, which is add a new text. Conduct sessions for others, for fellow educator to get ACE. For example, that's one of the goals that I want. I can easily put that one. It's your mission statement. It's your answer. So you have to take it as your own. If you want, you can easily do that. Let's type here, or I can just duplicate this, hold the option key, and drag it here. Uh, let's say encourage students to use Adobe Express for visual communication. You do your thing. Communication. You do your thing. You can select the text and then you can make changes on this. As you would see on the left side, let's say I want this to be a very light one. I want this to be a very light one also. Let's say make this light. So we have two items here. Let's say this is a poster that I want to do, and then I want to create, let's say, a background image on this. Let's go to elements, and then let's create like backgrounds. This is within your discretion. If you what do you want your design to have? For example, I want some abstract patterns here. Let's say click on this one. I want something that it's not distracting, but it's very minimal. You can easily search for any abstract patterns. Let's make this white. And if I click on that, I can easily like put something like this one. Let's say this one. I'm just going to click on here, and you would see I have something like this in the process. Okay. Probably I could add more design elements, but you get the idea. If you want, you can easily create more designs if you go here in the let's say what's this one. Let's go back here. The all. Let's say let's create or ask for a clip art for a book, for example. Let's click on that. For example, that one. Let's say click on this, and you can just drag and drop it here, or let's say put it here, make it smaller if you want, or if you want, you can just put it here on the lower right, just to fill the space. Okay. Okay. So after that, when you have created your own design, you can easily download this here. If you have this button, which is download, click download, and it will prompt you for any of the format. For example, for best types of images, you can click on PNG, and you can easily download this to your heart's content. Let's click on download. Then after that, this is already available on my downloads folder. I'm just going to check it out and show it to you that is already downloaded. Doesn't show. Wait. Like this one. This one is already downloaded on my end. As you would see. Okay? So what will happen here? Ano po mangyayari dito? The one that you downloaded, this will be submitted as your assignment. I think you got the idea already here. Did you got the idea already? Please comment yes if you are following along, or you have downloaded or created the design. I'll give you time. Like 3 minutes, a quick design for this while I read the chat. Yes, yes. Okay. I'll give you time. Meron pa po.
Sino yun?
Sila po. Ayun, dami nila.
Sino ka?
Oh.
Sino ka?
Sige, doon ka muna. Okay? Matatapos na ako, baby. Okay. So, as you would see here, as I downloaded the file, I'm going back to the website, which is from the edX. Let's click on that, on which you can now upload your assignment. But before that, you need to supply an answer. As you would see here, you have to type your goal, or what is the prompt that you're trying to address on your design. For example, mine is goals as an Adobe creative educator in Philippines. So I just put something here that explains my goal. As you would see here in this assignment, we have created webinars to help. You just have to enunciate or say what is your reason on applying as an Adobe creative educator with inline to the goals that you're trying to do. Okay? I hope you got this. You just have to type it in. Sabi nga nila sa Tagalog or sa Filipino, magpaliwanag po tayo sa barangay. Paliwanag lang kayo sa barangay. You just have to make paliwanag to the barangay. You have to type it in. You have to describe your goal, as you would see here. And then the files that you are trying to upload, you just have to click it here, upload here, and then you just you click here on, and then you go to, in my case, this is one is on the downloads folder. I'm going to click open, and you have to wait for all of this to be finished or completed. Okay? So after that, you have to click done, and this will automatically be put on your images and videos. As you would see here, this one is already uploaded on my own assignment page. So I want you to have one design assignment uploaded, and it should look like something like this, like even one of that. As you would see, I've been doing this for almost 4 years, and I have lots and lots of submissions from every session that I did throughout the years. So this one would be the very recent one. So after that, when you have submitted this, you can click on next, but I'm not doing that because this will alert the system that you are already an ace level 1. Why are you doing this again? Okay? So di ko na siya gagawin. You just have to click on next for you to go to the next section, which is very, very, very important, that I want to emphasize to all of you. So on my end, I'm just going to cancel this because again, it's not important to me right now because I already completed this. Let's go back here and let's move on to the peer review. Okay, why is it important? This is important because you need to provide three, three of them, three peer reviews on each of the entries here. For example, as you will see, I already have three of them because, again, this was done years and years before. I'm just going to click on one, the name of the topic. Let's click on one. And then you just have to comment something on the comment section. Let's say, as you would see, this is a bad example because it doesn't have the design that the evaluators will be checking. This one is a bad example. This one is a good example in terms of the heading, the topic itself. I'm going to look for another one here. Let's go back to peer review, and then let's go and check this one, ACE level 1 goals. Let's check if this one is complying with this one. She has, or I don't know if teacher Jennifer, she didn't upload the image, nilagay niya lang yung link. This one is not also a good example. You have to upload the image for the evaluators to check if you have done the assignment. For example, let's click on this again. This one is also a bad example. Who's doing this? Who's doing this? They don't put the actual. Let's say let's click on this. Let's check if they are complying. Yeah, this one. Oh, okay, this one is good. He put the image, and then I can easily comment on this. For example, thank you for the image submission. Image submission. Uh, say anything nice or comment constructively on the design. You have to do this 3 times. 3 times. Again, 3 times. You have to do this 3 times. When you click on next, it will give you you have check one, and then you have to go back here again. You have to do this 3 times. And after that, after you have completed the 3 of them, when you click on next, it will give you the confetti effect and saying congratulations, you already completed the course, and you have to wait for the approval of your certification. Okay, so that is the end of chapter 2. I'm going to open the floor if you have questions, reactions, comments, questions, mainly questions if you have questions on this. Okay, if it's all clear, type in comment clear if you got all of the information already. Comment clear if you got this. Okay. After that, let's go back here and let's go to the slides. I have like 80 of them here, but I'm just going to browse it here. Right now, you are in level 1. So we have what we call level 1, level 2, and level 3, on which you can pursue after this session. My advice is that you do the level 1 and then you do not skip on level 1 because this one is ladderized. Okay, some of the things that we have been doing throughout the years, as I said before, we have been conducting this since 2020, and we have onboarded around 35,000 Filipinos on the website. We have certified around 10,000 plus as ACE level 1 since 2020. Level 2, we have 300 plus. We also have a page if you are interested to connect with other educators. If you go to facebook.com/groups/Adobe CEPH, you can easily connect with us there. And I'm just going to just follow along, forward this. Here are some of the examples of the designs that was created by the teachers way back in March or April of 2020. And then some web pages that we did because we had a master class on this. And again, congratulations, you are one step closer to becoming an ACE level 1. So what will happen upon your approval of ACE level 1? What do you expect? edX or Adobe for Education will send an email congratulating you that you have been an Adobe creative educator. Okay, you have to check your spam, you have to check your inbox for this. You can download the certificates already on the website, which is Credly. I'm going to give you a rundown on this so you don't have to have some problems. Credly will send you your accreditation badge. So similar, so this is now chapter 3. Okay, we're going to move on to chapter 3, which is creating your Credly account. What is Credly? Credly enables you to archive or also to compose or to compile all of your certifications and even your micro credentials in badges or in the form of badges. What you can do right now is that you can sign in if you go to credly.com. Let's go here, credly.com. I'm just going to copy and paste this. We are now on chapter 3 of this discussion. Let's go to credly.com. Let's click on sign in. And then after you click sign in, you have to create an account if you don't have an account, but make sure that your create account is the same as your Adobe ID. Again, your account that you're going to create in Credly should be the same with your Adobe ID. Why? Because all of your accreditation, all of your badge should tie in or should be the same with Adobe for Education account or edX. Because if not, you may be wondering why my badges doesn't exist. Or why does my badge, I cannot see my badges. So that's one thing. You have to be very consistent that you have your edX, this the website that you have here, same as with your account here. For example, if you're using, let's say, rolandbanyas at gmail.com here, you have to also use here your Gmail account. You have to be very consistent. I cannot express it more than enough that this is very important. So in my case, at my end, I'm just going to use my account. Let's say, as you would see, my account is rolandbanyas at yahoo.com. This is also the same account that I have here, as you would see. So I am walking the talk. I'm just going to log into my account, and you will see some of my password in dots. And then after that, you would see that you have your own. It will ask you for the same as Adobe Express. What is your profession? You can skip that if you want, or you take that time on another session. What you can do right now is that in the email that you have received, it will ask you to accept the badge. Okay, in the email that edX have sent, it will say that you have to accept the badge for you to have the certification or the credential. So when you click on that, you have to also have the same Credly account. And this will enable you to check your badges. Okay, how can we check our badges? As you would see here, let's click on manage your badges. And this will enable you to check all of your badges from past to present. Mine was, I think the oldest one that I have, like 2017, as you would see here. This one is my, which is not relevant on this session, but I just want to tell you that all of your badges will be stored here. I have 146 badges under my belt right now, and I will just tell you this one. Okay, so this one is my first one. I know, I think this one is the second one. If you click here, this will enable you to download the certificate if you click on share. So as you would see, this is verifiable. Let's click on this. You can easily verify this if you want. You can download the certificate right now if you want. You can easily share this to your social media if you want. Let's say you want to promote yourself as an Adobe certified educator in your LinkedIn, in Twitter, on Facebook, you can easily do so. That's when the time. Is it ideal to use school account for the long run? Uh, that is a great question. I use my personal account because I want this to be happening for me until even if I'm not on the part of the organization. For example, what if I switch jobs? Let's say let's say I work for, let's say, Ateneo. I work for De La Salle. I work for UST. That's for example. That's one for example. So you have to make sure that you are keeping it on the long run. That's one great question, Ma'am Jason Atienza. I would recommend that you use your personal account unless you have a protocol on your school that you need to use your school account. Okay? So but best practice on my end, I use my personal account. My ancient ancient account, which is the yahoo.com, on which I have access regardless of what organization I am in now. So for example, let's click on this. You can easily share it to LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or you can download the badge image or download the certificate. Probably some of you will ask questions like, will this be reflected on my LinkedIn account? Yes, this will all be reflected on your LinkedIn account. I will check it here also. I go to my to linkedin.com and view my account, you will see that all of my certifications is also a part of my profile. Let's go here. I'm just going to exit here, and as you will see, if I go to my certifications and licenses, no, I don't know you. Let's click on. As you would see here, I have the following. I have 107 here because some of them is not now, or as of the moment, some I hide some of them because it's overkill. As you would see here. So I have the following things here. So you can easily integrate your badge from Credly to LinkedIn. So this was verified, right? This is verified. Okay. So just to wrap up everything, let's go back to preview to my slides and let's go moving forward. You would see some of them. This is the email that I got when I was admitted for the early access of the program. Many would say that they are the ones who got the first access to this, but I will show you that I was the first one to get it here in the Philippines because I have this proof. I have the email from Adobe themselves saying that I have early access, and also a lot of this. This is an example of the badge that you can accept on Adobe for Education. You just have to click on let's say accept this badge. Okay, let's move on. And how long is the process of approval? It depends. If you're doing this around midnight, it will be processed around 2 to 3 hours. But if you're doing it right now, the people from the US will be still be sleeping right now. It depends on the time zone, but you can wait from 2 weeks to 4 weeks until you are approved. It depends on who is approving the application. Things to avoid: checking the email. They are what we call ranking. Something is that you don't attach the email. This will not approve you with the program if you don't attach the assignment submission. Inappropriate topic, as you would see, this one is not a good name of the topic. You can type in any of the topics that you want to use. For example, goal as a creative educator, but not use like untitled or my project because it doesn't make any sense. You get the idea. Not answering the prompts. As you would see, you have two prompts that you need to answer. But if you're going to provide a design that does not relate to the prompt, like for example, this one is for a restaurant and you just want to create a design not relevant to the answer of your prompt, it will be rejected. Okay? It's not enough that you know how to design or you have to produce design. You have to ask and provide the answers for this. No effort. Some of you might be using the template and you just have to slap in your photo and do not do any editing. That will be a problem because you don't put any effort on doing it. Repeating assignments, as I indicated later on previously, only one assignment will be sufficient. If we put a lot of assignments, like many of them, the reviewers might be like confused on what 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 is it trying to do. Okay, so no email. Check your spam if you probably missed it. And some of the tips: complete your profile in edX. As you would see, I've been in the edX or the Education Exchange since July 16 of 2013. So I've been there for a decade already, more than a decade already. And if you want to complete your profile, feel free to do so on your free time. Okay. Oops. And then next one is, I'm just going to skip it here. These are the example of the certificates that you will be downloading in the process, as you would see, and this is our of the badges. Ranking status, that's a little bit advanced. I already provided demonstration on you on this. And then hopefully I've been part of the first education summit here in the Philippines way back in 2018, and hopefully in the future I'm going to ask for Adobe for Education to probably have an education summit here in the Philippines again in the following years to come. Hopefully, I can ask some of you to join in. Ano ka dyan pa? In the process, I've also been glad to be recognized as the first Adobe campus leader here in the Philippines for being one of those who have spearheaded the project. Again, looking forward, if you want to do the level 2, you just have to type in and search for this, which is Design Your Creative Course. On your search box, type in ACE Level 2 or Design Your Creative Course. Then you can proceed with Level 2. We have another video on that on Level 2, but it will be happening on the future, hopefully. To summarize all of this, we have did a lot of activities in this session. Number one would be introducing Adobe Education Exchange, doing the Adobe ID, learning Adobe Express, like a fast-paced design of your graphic manifesto. We have submitted your design for Creative One, Level 1, and we have obtained insights for us to do Level 2. Okay, so to wrap up all of this, again, thank you for being here in this session. If you have questions, this is not sponsored. Kung kailangan ng sagot, wag mahiya magtanong dahil gusto namin gumaling kayo. Not sponsored by RightMed, but if you have, please do so on the chat box. And again, thank you for being here in this session. You feel free to subscribe, like, and comment to our YouTube channels on Maapi Maropa and also to our Creative Nation Academy YouTube channel. This will enable you to check our content, around 500 plus videos, and enable you to get into the raffle for the vouchers and all of the prizes that we have right now. So I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channels because probably that's one thing that will enable you to get the prizes. Okay. Sir Julius, if you have questions on the session on our attendees, I'm going to unshare my screen right
Ayan.
now.
Ayan. Thank you so much, Sir Roland, for that very great discussion about how to be an Adobe Creative Educator. Ayan. So to our participants, have you gained or have you been inspired to take the Adobe Creative Educator Level 1 certification? Let me see. Ayan. So meron na bang magiging Adobe Creative Educator Level 1 from our participants? Can you raise your hand or virtual hands? Okay. Let me check on Facebook. Kawawa naman kami mga nakasipi lang. Ayan. So maybe for those na mga naka-cellphones currently, you can rewatch our Facebook Live and check out again the instructions that Sir Roland said and know for you to know how to be an Adobe Creative Educator Level 1. So you can always freely watch our live or rewatch our live on Maapi Marapa and also on Creative Nation Academy. Ayan. So do you have any questions, clarifications on our discussions with Sir Roland? None? Okay. On our Facebook Live, do you have any questions? Baka may clarifications kayo on how to be Adobe Creative Educator Level 2 if it's not yet clear to all of you. Ayan, okay, so none. Okay, so can we expect that maybe some of you or half of the participants will be an Adobe Creative Educator Level 1 in the following weeks? Okay, so if you will be a certified Adobe Creative Educator Level 1 on the following weeks, if you will pursue this certification. So please kindly tag us on MAPMI Maropa, Creative Nation Academy, the ICT Oriental Mindoro, and also Sir Roland Banyes once you become a certified Creative Educator Level 1. Okay, so we are expecting that in the following week. So also, if you want to win Adobe Certified Professional Exam Voucher or some of the raffles that we're going to have. Please kindly follow the steps that I paste on Zoom, and also I'm going to paste it on Facebook Live. But this should be a take a selfie while attending one of our sessions on Adobe Creative Week. Post it on your social media accounts on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, or any social media accounts, and tag us at Map Mimaropa Creative Nation Academy. And also put the caption about what you've learned or what of the things that you've gained or insights that you've gained on our sessions. And also use the hashtag MapMiMaropa, hashtag Adobe Creative Week, hashtag DIC Torrental Mindoro, hashtag Creative Nation Academy, so we can see your post. And also make sure to post it on public, and you can see the result if you win on the raffle on our Facebook pages. Okay, so with that, may I invite everyone to please kindly open your camera for us to have a quick photo opportunity with Sir Roland. Ayan, so please kindly open your camera. Okay. So I'm going to take a screenshot for this. We have 4 slides. So please kindly eyes on your cameras and take and have your big smile. I'm going to count on three. Three, two, ones. Another one po. Three, two, one. Smile. Okay, next slide. Three, two, one. Okay, great. Ayan. Again, thank you so much, Sir Roland. And we are hoping to see you again on our next or following Adobe Creative Week sessions, and have a great day, sir. Thank you so much po. And to our participants, we are hoping that you've learned a lot of things on these sessions, and we are hoping to have you as the next Adobe Creative Educator Level 1 and Level 2. And we are happy to have you on our community. Ayan. So please kindly tag us once you receive the certifications or the certificate on Adobe Creative Educator. Okay. So with that, to continue our sessions, again, thank you so much, Sir Roland. Okay. So wait a second. Also, for your queries, if there is a certificate on that session, yes, there will be a certificate, but it will not be released right away after the sessions or after you answer the evaluation form, since we're going to process it manually or individually. So it will take some time for us to release your certificate. But uh, please do note that once you answer the evaluation form, you will definitely receive the e-certificate. But for the meantime, it will not be sent right away. So we're going to compile it first on a Google Drive so you can see it on the Google Drive. So please just make sure that you will take note all of the sessions that uh, you're going to attend on this Adobe Creative Week. And again, thank you so much, Sir Roland, and be safe po. Okay, so to our participants, please also kindly follow us on our social media pages, DIC to Oriental Mindoro, Maapi Marapa Creative Nation Academy. And also, for these sessions, we will be featuring 11 speakers from local and international, and also we will be having 17 talks. And tomorrow, we will have another session, and it will be social media marketing using Adobe Express, and it will be taken care of by myself, okay, and together with Miss Shardine Martinez as the moderator, okay? So I'm hoping to see you all again tomorrow, since we've discussed some of the introduction about Adobe Express, and we are hoping to have you again tomorrow on Adobe Express. But please prefer your laptops if you can, or if you have your mobile phones, so we can have an interactive discussion tomorrow on how you can use Adobe Express on social media marketing. Okay? So also, uh, to get book with Sir Roland Banyas, Extending Creativity with Adobe Firefly. So if you want to learn more about the fundamentals, or if you want to learn more about Adobe Firefly, or also if you want to learn about the fundamentals of design, you can get it done in 60 of Rock Leo, and the technical skills on Adobe Firefly with extending creativity with Adobe Firefly of Sir Roland Vanies. Okay, so again, this session will not be possible without our sponsor, collaborators, and also our community partners. And with that, thank you so much for attending, everyone, and we hope to see you again on our next session. And see you tomorrow.